So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. So, before we start the session, let me get connected with the other network and then we're ready to start. So, be comfortable with yourself. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in this ordinary life, we all look for happiness and satisfaction and development and the success. And there are many ways, many things that people can use to gain that their desire, their satisfaction. But still, even for the conventional life and for the spiritual life, the most important thing that you have to develop in you, ability to grow. Because if you don't have that ability to grow, that whatever the success that whatever the comfort, that whatever the development that you have, it's not going to work for you. It's not going to function and bring the right benefit to you. So through each and every day, you have to look into yourself and see how you grow out of that, the time you spend, out of that, whatever the activities, out of the, whatever the people around you, environment, social activities, your personal activities. Somehow you have to bring the deeper growth. If that growth doesn't happen, remember, the achieving to something doesn't mean it's going to bring the development to you. Maybe we look for outside goals. Even in our personal life, we look for things, we want things. Even that you have it, if that doesn't help you to grow yourself, and then end of the day, you get tired out of it. But most of the time, we look for something to maintain our life, not to grow. When it comes to the growth, the one of the major important part is letting go, releasing, not to hold it to something. Get out of that who you are, get out of that memory, get out of your past. Because the growth doesn't happen if you hold it to as who you are. So then maybe we misunderstand the happiness or the satisfaction or the success, because sometimes when the people are so comfortable, when everything works exactly the way they want, sometimes they take it as the success. They take it as the development. But maybe it make you more comfortable, but it not allow you to grow. So then always look into yourself. Out of practice, bring the growth inside you every day. Don't be the same person. Bring some kind of change, understand little bit. That when it comes to that understanding, remember, it all not going to come as a complete package for you. It's going to come as some kind of little 1 word, 2 words. So you have to work with that words, that what you hear, what you experience. Out of your work, you can build up it, you can grow it. So that is where that you bring the ability to experience something higher. Otherwise, sometimes we think that they're out of even meditation. We just sit and close our eyes and we think, oh, enlightenment should hit us, our head. It doesn't come. Maybe only you find the sensation. It's just the beginning. It's just the surface level sensation. But from there, you have to work with that little by little, step by step. When you work that way, one step at a time, don't look for a whole package. And when it go into that level, one of the major important thing, never hold it to the fear. Because when you hold it to the fear, when you practice based with the fear, it never take you to freedom. So our purpose is gain the ultimate freedom. So one of the definition for the freedom, when you free from fear, you gain the freedom. But the thing is, sometimes when it comes to our life, that we have different kind of fear. The in our social life, and according to our economy, and this war going on in the other side of the world, and with this gas price, and our health, and in our personal life, in many different ways, we have fear. Another thing is, sometimes we have a spiritual fear also. And sometimes people have deeper fear regarding the karma. And sometimes they have deeper fear regarding the samsara. And because of that, maybe they come to practice. And that fear ignites the fear deeply. So in that way, we sometimes misunderstand that the practice. Remember this, the fear is not a solution for the fear, because sometimes we apply the fear to get out of the fear. It doesn't work. Hatred is not a solution for hatred. Anger is not a solution for anger. Fight is not a solution for fight. Jealousy is not a solution for jealousy. So same thing when it comes to fear. Sometimes we apply the fear as a solution for the fear. So then you have to understand that in that way, you trigger the deeper, you ignite the fear again more and more and more. So then, to get out of that old fear, we have to find some different solution. If you look for the freedom, otherwise it doesn't work for you. So remember, when you look for the freedom, where your fear ends, there is your freedom. So first then, you have to not to escape from it, not to resist it, not to hate for your fear, not to afraid for your fear, but you have to learn to see the fear. So that is one thing when it comes to the meditation practice. So one of the main important part, that whatever the fear that happens in your life, as I mentioned, your personal life, social, spiritual life, regarding the economy, the environment, or the war, or so health, anything. So whatever the fear happens, there is something. When that fear happens, some part of your body get tight, because the fear completely come out of the mental reactions. So the mind all over your body, some part of your body start to get tight. So what we mostly does, we don't see that. We try to look outside things, and maybe do chanting, or maybe do mantra, or maybe hold it to something, maybe hold it to somebody, get the help out of something. So that those are the things we do. We do that even out of fear. So with the fear, we try to hold it to something, make us more fearful. And now in that way, it doesn't work. So then the one of the major important part to reduce the power of the fear, to see it, not to escape from it. So then whatever situation come to you, if you have some kind of fear, remember it's not going to come suddenly as a big, dark, cloudy situation. It comes as just one thought, two thoughts. But what happens, little by little, your mind start to accumulate more and more thoughts around it. And that is why it becomes bigger. So then don't afraid, look for that. Look what it is. And that in the conventional life, even you're deeper within yourself. So before even you go into deeper into you kind of like a conventional life, you can apply it to. So anything that's why, or any demons or any ghost afraid for the light. So what does that mean? No, when you have a light, when you put the light on, demons disappear. What's that? That's in that darkness, when our mind is more shakeable, anything can create out of that. So if you're afraid for something within your outside world, look into that, what it is. In that way, you will get out of it. And learn to look into inside you. Whatever the situation, don't escape from it. Go into deeper level. And if you can't find the situation when there is a fear experience, remember there is some part in your body get tight. So look into that place and start to observe that place without reacting to that. Maybe some people shoulder, head, some people chest, some people abdominal area, some people legs, eyes. So like that. Look into that place and wait. So then what will happen? You will see it change slowly. So that understanding will bring some kind of them to yourself. Because only thing that whatever the fear comes to us, there are reasons. One is that getting sick and old age and the death. Those are the things. Those are very common. It is not personally happened to us. And so somehow when you start to see what happens, you start to recognize it change. So if you see the change very clearly, remember this, if you see the change very clearly, so for that, first you have to accept the fear, not to reject, and then you have to acknowledge it, and you have to experience it. So that is the way to recognize it. To recognize the fear. So when there is a fear, don't escape from it. Have the ability to accept it. And recognize it. Acknowledge it. And experience it. And that way you will see that whatever the fear related to whatever the situation, you see, you recognize it change. So recognizing that change is the antidote for the fear. So where the fear ends, there is the freedom. So you cannot calculate as the recognizing the change of the fear is the beginning of freedom. Don't go that way. Always forget about looking for freedom. that is the result. You can't get the freedom. Only thing is you have to work with that, whatever the difficulties hold it to you, and then once you get out of that difficulties, you will get the freedom as a result. So mostly what we does, we forget this whole bunch of things behind us, and we look for the freedom as an idea. You can't experience it. Happiness the same. You leave a lot of the things behind you, what you should work, and then you look for the happiness as an idea. So it doesn't come to you. You can't catch it like that way. So let it be. Let that result come to you, but you start to work with this. The suffering the same. If you don't recognize what is suffering, and if you don't work for that, you will never get into the liberation or the transformation or the nibbana. But what we do, we don't care about it. We don't look into that. We resist it. We escape from that. We hate for that, and but we love for nibbana or the liberation or the transformation or the enlightenment, and we keep heading, we're running towards that, and you will never catch it. So then what you need to do, forget about that and start to work for this. In that way, little by little, when you reduce the power of the fear, as a result of that, you gain the freedom. So that is the mechanism you have to develop. So otherwise, we always misunderstand the situation, and we keep going towards something, and we will never get any kind of result. So in any situation, whatever the things happen to you, remember from today, if it is bring the fear to yourself, acknowledge it, because it brings a message to you. There's something you're missing. That's why it happens. So look into that, accept it, appreciate that as a messenger, and look into it, experience it. When you experience the fear to the highest, and you recognize in the depth of that, it's all change. And one moment, if you experience that change in the conscious mind, it becomes an irreversible wisdom for you. And not only that, it invites more and more and wisdom towards you. So once you have that, you are capable to develop the loving kindness and compassion. Because to develop the loving kindness and compassion, you have to have the freedom. You have to be free from fear. With the fear, you can't develop the loving kindness and compassion. But most of the time, we develop the loving kindness and compassion because of the fear. That doesn't work. Underneath that, our subconscious mind, what will happen? It triggers more and more fear. So then don't do that mistake. Don't feed that dog inside you like that way. It will bite back to you, bounce back to you. So that's why when it comes to that, in the beginning with the practice, It is very important to get out of that all the needs, the wanting, desires, these kind of things for a moment while you practice. That is another way, that when you come to sitting, you get out of wanting. Because that the fear, not fear, it's come like as a package. That once you have that, then it start to trigger the hatred, anger, jealousy. This all come out of the fear. So the fear come out of not knowingly reasons. So this entire life sometimes based with the fear. Most of our spiritual practice, most of our life based out of the fear when we look deeper. Because we do a lot of things when we don't know the reasons, how things come to be as they are. But as a human being, you are more capable to understand this very clearly. There is nothing hidden in this Dharma. So within yourself, you look into your experience, you are more capable to see and understand. So from now, little by little, bring your ability to do things with the understanding, not with the fear-based consciousness. More develop with the awareness and recognize. And with that recognition, start to face for the life. Do things, bring your bodily, verbally activities out of you. And that way, day by day, you will build up a kind of like a very strong building blocks for your journey. That is the important part. Because deeper inside us, through this samsara, through our previous habitual patterns, through our behaviors, and sometimes more than the wisdom, more than the freedom, more than the knowledge of the Dharma, in deeper inside us, we are more comfortable with the fear. We have deeper relationship to the fear. So this is the moment you have to divorce that. So your present moment is the place that you can void out the divorce your fear deeper inside your marriage. Because with this fear, you can't go this journey. Wherever the fear, there is no place for the wisdom or the understanding or the loving kindness or the compassion or the growth. As I mentioned from the beginning, day by day, your purpose should be not to be success, not to be happy, but to bring the growth to yourself. Out of any situation, whatever, it doesn't matter, life go up and down, but somehow count on your own growth out of any situation. So that is where you become stronger. For that, you have to get out of the fear. Because with the fear, you can't grow. The fear always make you kind of like shrink deeper into, it move backward. It never allow you to grow. So that's why, get out of the fear. For that, what you need to do, in the very first level, accept it, recognize it, appreciate it, acknowledge it, and see very clearly, closely. Then you will see it will change. And once you know that, in the very next moment, you will experience the freedom. In that freedom, you are capable to share your life, grow your life with the loving kindness and compassion, unconditionally. And if you're capable to experience that kind of moment in this very lifetime as a human being, that is one of the highest experience that you can have with this human world. That itself going to bring the bliss to yourself. So it is possible. It's within your capacity of understanding. It is within the capacity of your effort. It is within the capacity of your practice. It is within the capacity of your acceptance. So let's practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. So all the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens through the sensation, recognize it. So if your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Just be with the sensation, do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chami sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata chami sampadam punya sampadam sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi. Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjissami. Idhamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless.